Ladies and gentlemen, Sands of Time, Terrence Sanders, aka El Shaddai, coming to you guys on the topic of starting a business. Salute to you for being ready to take an initial step. A salute to you for even inquiring about a video like this. That shows that you're different from society. That shows that you're ready to make a change to your life and you tired of living a day-to-day stuck in a rat race. So, hey, this is how you start a business. Thanks for finding my video. Thanks for tuning in. Hey, this is how you start a business. So, first thing you got to do when you're starting a business is you got to identify your skill. You got to identify whether you have a skill or not, or whether you have a product or you're good at doing something. You got to identify your skill, right? Because you're going to be providing it for a long term. For people, when they get into business, they see like, oh, I plan to do it for 10 years. So you're looking 10 years down the road, 5 years to 10 years down the road, but most businesses fail in 1 year. So, you got to have a skill that's reliable for long term, for 10 years, right? Next, you got to see how that skill matches with a product or with a service. Is there existing service out there that complements your skill already? Is there something new? You're going to have to create something new. You got a new idea, innovative idea. Are you going to have to do that? So you got to identify how your skill, then identify what your skill is, identify how does it match up with a current product or current service, okay? Now, after you do that, identify how that matches up, you paired it up, boom, that marriage right there, that merge right there, you want to create a business plan. Now, it's a couple steps, like 7 steps to a business plan that you want to include in there. You got the executive summary. Now, this ties up everything that you're finna present to them in the big report, all up front. It's a condensed version of everything that they about to read. So basically, that's like the pitch. When you want to pitch to somebody, you want to condense that down where it's going to have the research, the marketing, everything all in there. So usually, if you want to do a business plan, you want to do it in reverse. So you want to kind of work in reverse order and do it. And that's going to be like your last step because you want to include everything else, okay? But I'm going down in the order of how you're going to present it. Okay, now you got the company description. That's who you are, what you're gonna do, who you are, and what do you do. That's giving them as much details on that as possible. What you want to do, how you want to accomplish it, what's the scheme, like giving them as much detail as possible. Okay. Now the products and services. What products and services are you offering? What do you offer? What do you have to offer? If you don't have anything to offer, then you're not starting no business. Like if nobody don't want it, why are you starting a business? So you gotta think about that. You gotta plan about that. All right. Know what your products are. Know what you offer and what they do. All right. Then you want to do a market analysis. So basically, you want to see what everybody else around you doing. What's the current businesses that match up with my skill and my talent that I want to do? And this, what are they doing? How are they doing? How are they advertising? How are they reaching customers? What do customers say about them? What are their reviews? What are they doing that I need? You got to emulate that. You want to become that. Or what are they doing bad? You want to find out if there's any bad things or read the reviews, see what anything bad is saying. So maybe you can make those improvements as opposed to suffering the same consequences. But that's what the market analysis is for. You'll be able to explain that to whoever you present to. Then you got your marketing strategy, your demographics. Who are your people? Who are your customers? Who are your clientele? And how you're going to get them? What's your demographics? What's their age? What's their work? What's their life like? Where do they be? Where do they hang out in leisure? Where are they online? You got to identify all these different things. How you going to reach them? You know, one platform may not work. You might have to do 5 platforms. You might have to do this or that. You might got to go door to door. You might got to make phone calls, cold calls. Like, what is your strategy to get these customers and clientele? Okay. And then you got your financials. You know what I'm saying? That is your pricing. Like, how much does your stuff cost? And how many units must you sell to reach this amount of production? So your financials should be able to show future production for your company. If I sell this many, I'm making this much. If I sell that many, I'm making this much. If I got a goal of this, but if I only hit this, then I only make this much. Know what your financials is and how that thing move along the scale right there. And last, what you need on there is your budget. What's your budget for getting all this started, and how much is it going to take to get this started and up and running? You got to think about all of that. So all of that goes into and you do all that research on all of those things, and then at the end you're able to present those, and then at the end you do come back and do that executive summary and sum all of that up into giving them all the meat and potatoes right there. Hey, leave the sides and the dessert back behind. Get them all the first encore. You know what I'm saying? So now, next thing you need to do after you do that, you need to go decide if your business needs a license. Do you need a license to run your business in your current state? I don't know what state you're in, but different states require a license to run a business. So, all right, that's one thing. Identify if you need a license. Next, you need to register your name with the State Department. You need to register with the State Department. You need to decide, are you going to have employees or not? Is it just going to be an independent entrepreneur? You got to decide what classification you kind of going to be in, and how you start thinking about that, how you want to do it. But you want to classify your name with the state. Check to see if you got that name and classify that name with the state. Then you want to register, file with the IRS. So you want to get the EIN number and file with the IRS. Then you want to open up your bank account, your business bank account, and you want to get business insurance. It doesn't really matter what order you do, but you want that business insurance before you start doing day one what you do, okay? So now, and after that, the last step to starting a business is executing your marketing strategy. Execute your marketing strategy. So you really want to take your time when you put that together. How are you going to reach them? Where they are, who they are, where they hang out at, where they are at on social media. You want to identify that. So, hey, that's my topic on starting a business. If you need help starting a business, you need me to comb through yours, you need me to look over some things, come speak to your business meeting, I can come do that. I'm the guy for that. I'll stand in the gap for you and your business. Give me a call, 904, or look me up on Facebook, Sands of Time Coaching, or sandsoftimecoaching@gmail.com. One love. Have a blessed day. Great luck on starting your business.